Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another SoFi video for you today. So in today's video, we're going to talk a bit more about their potential banking license. They've hired somebody very frequently, and we're also going to touch on some very important points that Anthony Noto, the CEO, mentioned during the Goldman Sachs Financial Technology Conference earlier this month. So maybe some of you already heard about this, maybe some of you haven't. But SoFi actually hired a new president of Sofi Bank. So this was posted on SoFi's subreddit. So we can see here an announcement via LinkedIn. So if you want to go on LinkedIn, let's do that. You can see here, Chad Borton, president Sofi Bank at SoFi. And he previously worked at some impressive places. So JP Morgan Chase for 6 years, Fifth Third Bank, that's a weird name, was there almost 5 years at the head of consumer and business banking. And then his last job, which lasted almost 4 years, he was the bank president vice chairman of the USAA. Now this to me really shows confidence that they will be getting their banking license pretty soon. Now when that will happen, we still don't know. So if you see any dates anywhere, it's probably not true because we have no clue. I don't think they actually know exactly when they're going to get it. It is in the hands of the regulators, but this move is very positive. Obviously, the stock price right now is not that great, but that's mainly because of what's happening in China and the Evergrande scandal. Anyways, this is great news. Now, before I jump into the Goldman Sachs conference, I want to thank today's sponsor, The Motley Fool. And again, these are my views and my views only. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool's stock advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's get back to this video. Alright, so earlier this month there was this Goldman Sachs 11th Financial Tech Conference where Anthony Noto, the CEO, attended to talk a bit about, well, SoFi, what they've been doing, what they're expecting the next couple of years, and the potential of the bank charter mixed with Galileo. So right now, he said, well, since we don't have a banking license, they have to be regulated in 50 different states, which obviously is a bit of a pain. Now, if they get that banking license, they will be regulated by 3 bodies: the Fed, the FDIC, and the OCC, which is much simpler than being regulated by 50 different states. Now, what that could mean once they have that banking license, obviously the amount, the limit of the mortgages that they can have will obviously disappear. The amount, the limit of loans that they can have on their balance sheet will go away as well. So they'll have way more control of what they can do inside their business, whether it's loans, whether it's mortgages, or also in the future. And that's the next point, and that's the interest rates. Right now, they don't control the interest rate that they offer. We've talked about that in a past video. Once they get that banking license, obviously they can control their interest rates. They can have maybe higher interest rates because, well, SoFi, since they are a fintech company, they're a one-stop shop for everything that you need to do on your financials. They have lots of data, so obviously they can offer better rates because they know you better than a traditional bank, let's say. Right now, that is not possible. They have to go through sweep partners, but once they get the banking license, that will change, which goes into the next point, and this is the crème de la crème.
Attendez la crème.
And that's for Galileo and Galileo's partners. Galileo will need a sponsor bank. Who could that be? Obviously, SoFi. Now, a quick note for those that are not familiar yet. SoFi acquired Galileo, but Galileo still operates independently from SoFi because, well, Galileo still has its customers, its partners, and they might not feel comfortable if Galileo is sucked into SoFi because, well, data can be transferred, and some of Galileo's customers are SoFi competitors. So they operate separately, which makes sense because everything here is built on trust. If you lose that trust, you lose partners, you lose money, and then you lose respect from the market. Now, like I said, Galileo will need a sponsor bank. SoFi could become that sponsor bank. Galileo's partners would maybe like to offer credit cards. If you like to offer credit cards, you will need a sponsoring bank. Who could that be? SoFi Bank, obviously. So the opportunity here is very, very big once they get that banking license. The B2B opportunity here is actually immense. And once that happens, obviously, one, the stock will probably go up a lot. Two, strengthening of their balance sheets, which is great for the future. That way they could maybe add lots of more products, expand in other markets. That will certainly help them with their expansion worldwide, help with Galileo and that part of the business, because right now Galileo is pretty big and probably the most exciting part of SoFi's business. I believe he said something like in Mexico, 3 or 4 of the biggest fintech platforms are using Galileo. He talked a bit as well about Hong Kong and why they went into that market right now. He also said that the assets under management there almost 5x since they started, so that's great as well. And he also said that approximately 5 years from now, he expects them to be in 4 different continents, and that's excluding North America. So he's obviously very optimistic about SoFi's future, Galileo's future as well. To me, Galileo is the most exciting part of SoFi's business. I always said that I think Galileo could be worth as much as SoFi today in the future. So everything looks to be going into the correct direction right now for SoFi, besides the stock price. But again, for long-term investors, we don't care what happens with the stock price in the short term. It's actually an opportunity to buy, to add to your position, because right now the company is doing pretty well. The market right now is not doing pretty well because of what's been happening there in China, but overall the company is doing great. This is great news. If you haven't watched the conference, you can check it on SoFi's investor relations page. You go into the events and then you just sign up and then you can see the whole thing. It's not that long. I highly suggest you do because there are some more interesting stuff that they say there. So that will be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you've been doing with your SoFi shares. Have you been adding? Have you been selling? If you opened a position, let me know down in the comments below. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.